Tech and SaaS Financial Pulse August 11, 2026. Disclaimer: news only. Not legal, financial, medical, or professional advice. These stories are informational and anecdotal. Do not treat them as advice. 1. Finance/fintech/DeFi. Stablecoins enter the infrastructure era, the quiet rail network that could reshape global finance. One of the most significant developments across fintech and digital assets is the accelerating build-out of enterprise-grade stablecoin infrastructure. Recent funding activity, including Yellow Card's expansion efforts focused on stablecoin payment rails, reflects a broader market shift away from speculative crypto narratives and toward real-world transaction infrastructure. At the same time, firms are developing tokenized deposit systems and stablecoin settlement capabilities that target cross-border commerce, treasury management, and corporate payments rather than retail trading alone. The financial significance is that capital may move more efficiently across jurisdictions as regulated digital settlement layers mature, potentially reducing friction and operating costs for businesses with international exposure. For SaaS providers serving finance departments, accounting teams, and payment operations, the emergence of programmable money creates opportunities for embedded treasury automation, liquidity management, and real-time reconciliation products. The long-term narrative is less about cryptocurrency and more about digitized financial plumbing, where compliance, transparency, and institutional trust become competitive advantages. In a futurist context, these developments resemble the foundational logistics networks that could one day support multi-planetary economic systems, where trusted digital settlement mechanisms become as important as transportation infrastructure itself. Vintage Futures. +2. 2. Legal tech/compliance. AI regulation moves from theory to enforcement. Why compliance teams suddenly became the new growth engine. Legal tech markets are receiving a major tailwind as AI governance requirements move from conceptual planning into operational reality. New attention around EU AI Act transparency obligations is forcing organizations to examine how AI-generated content, automated decision-making systems, and customer-facing AI experiences are disclosed and documented. This creates demand for contract intelligence platforms, governance software, compliance monitoring tools, and legal workflow automation systems capable of handling increasingly complex regulatory environments. The opportunity for SaaS vendors is substantial because compliance spending is often viewed as mission-critical rather than discretionary, especially in regulated industries such as financial services. Investors are increasingly rewarding platforms that help enterprises demonstrate auditability, accountability, and explainability rather than simply offering raw AI capabilities. Legal departments that were previously perceived as cost centers are becoming strategic technology buyers as organizations seek scalable ways to manage regulatory obligations. Looking ahead, the companies that successfully balance innovation with trust may establish the legal and operational frameworks that enable increasingly advanced human-centered digital societies. The Tech Advocate. +1. 3. E-commerce/retail tech. Embedded finance expands across digital commerce. The checkout button is becoming a financial platform. The boundary separating e-commerce, payments, and financial services continues to blur as embedded finance gains traction throughout the digital economy. Payment providers, corporate card issuers, digital wallet operators, and banking technology firms are increasingly embedding financial capabilities directly into software experiences rather than requiring users to leave an application ecosystem. This trend allows merchants to access lending, payments, rewards, settlement services, and cash flow tools from unified platforms. From a SaaS perspective, the strategic advantage is higher customer retention because every additional financial service increases switching costs while deepening platform engagement. Retail technology companies are also leveraging data-driven personalization to optimize checkout experiences and improve conversion rates in competitive online markets. The economic result may be a more integrated commerce stack where financial services become background infrastructure rather than standalone destinations. As digital marketplaces evolve, the winners may be companies that invisibly remove friction while preserving consumer trust, creating commerce experiences that feel increasingly seamless and globally connected. The papers. +1. 4. Cybersecurity/risk management. Cyber risk becomes a boardroom financial metric, the new balance sheet threat that CEOs can't ignore. Cybersecurity is increasingly being evaluated not only as a technology function, but as a measurable financial risk category. Recent developments involving cyber risk analytics, cyber insurance innovation, fraud prevention platforms, and AI-assisted risk modeling highlight how organizations are seeking quantifiable visibility into digital threats. Boards and investors are increasingly demanding evidence-based assessments of cyber exposure, reflecting a wider movement toward operational resilience and enterprise risk management. SaaS providers offering attack surface monitoring, supply chain security intelligence, identity verification, fraud analytics, and AI-powered detection are benefiting from this structural demand. The market opportunity is strengthened by the reality that digital transformation expands both organizational capabilities and attack surfaces simultaneously. Rather than treating security as a defensive expense, many enterprises now view resilience as a strategic asset that protects revenue, reputation, and customer trust. In the broader arc of human progress, robust cybersecurity frameworks function much like civic infrastructure, enabling increasingly connected societies to innovate confidently while managing systemic risks. Fintech. +1. 5. Finance/SaaS. AI becomes a core capital allocation strategy, the trillion-dollar race shifting from AI hype to AI execution. A defining theme across technology and financial markets is the transition from experimental AI projects to enterprise-scale deployment strategies. Major financial institutions and technology organizations are committing significant capital toward AI implementation, emphasizing measurable productivity gains, operational efficiency, risk monitoring, and customer experience improvements. The market appears increasingly focused on execution quality rather than AI branding alone, rewarding firms that can integrate artificial intelligence into repeatable business workflows. For SaaS companies, this means the next growth cycle may be driven less by standalone models and more by domain-specific solutions embedded within banking, insurance, compliance, legal, and commerce platforms. Investors are paying close attention to organizations that combine AI capabilities with governance, infrastructure ownership, and regulatory readiness. This reflects an industry-wide maturation process in which innovation is judged by sustainable value creation rather than novelty. The long-term vision remains optimistic. Intelligent software could augment human expertise, expand economic opportunity, and help build the complex operational systems required for increasingly ambitious technological futures. Vintage futures. +1. Video description. Today's Tech and SaaS Financial Pulse explores 5 major developments shaping technology markets: fintech, cybersecurity, legal tech, compliance, digital commerce, and AI-powered enterprise software. We examine the rise of stablecoin infrastructure, the growing impact of AI regulations, embedded finance trends, cyber risk management innovations, and the transition from AI experimentation to enterprise execution. Designed for investors, founders, operators, and technology enthusiasts seeking future-focused yet grounded analysis. Disclaimer: this content is news commentary and educational discussion only. It is not legal, financial, medical, investment, or professional advice.